What's up, everyone? It's Chicks in the Office with Rhiannon and Fran, giving you that Friday energy on a Wednesday. Happy Wednesday, everybody.
Happy Wednesday. Hump day.
Yes, it's hump day. How are we feeling?
Good. It's another absolute scorcher out where you just literally, I feel like I'm walking through air. Does that make sense?
Yeah, air.
Like hot air. Like obviously you're always walking through air, but you can feel the air.
Yeah, it's like you're swallowing it.
Swallowing it. That's a good way to
as
phrase
you're walking
it too.
through. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah.
It's
a
not
scorcher.
Great. Yeah. Other than that, lovely. Going into the week, I went to Gracie Abrams last night, Monday night, which was awesome. I'm a big fan of her. Like, I love her music. I'm not in the fan culture as much, and I was very unaware of a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
I walked into MSG, I was like, it was only girls in butter yellow shirts and white skirts.
Is that like a thing?
Yes.
That she does?
Yes. I think it's because I had to ask, I was like Gia, who was in a butter yellow shirt.
She came prepared.
And she and a cute little bow in her hair. And I was like, I'm clearly, I don't know the all this behind, all the fan culture. The Secret of Us deluxe album cover is yellow. So everyone wears yellow, I suppose. I don't know who decided it, but someone did. And they all show up. I don't think there was a lot of 30-year-olds there. I think I was a niche group because there was a lot of like teenagers and their moms.
Oh,
people are going to Gia. Oh, you brought your mom?
No, me and Gia were making so many jokes of like these little girls that were next to us kept coming in and out of the aisle. And I was like, the next time they come through, they're going to be like, excuse me, ma'am. Out of the fucking way, old lady. No, yeah, they were young, but it was honestly, she was so great, but she created like such a fun environment, and it just took me back. There was like almost a nostalgic factor to seeing her perform because it was her first performance headlining MSG. She said she's done like Jingle Ball, but this was like her first headline show at MSG. And the little girls and their moms were the fucking cutest things I've ever seen. Truly. There's this one girl that was across the aisle from us, and it just like took me back to experiencing those concerts for the first time and getting to go with your friends, or like the times when you got to go to your concert with your friends for the first time without your parents. Like, it's a big deal. And she was so cute. She had a little bow in her hair, this white outfit. She filmed probably the entire thing on her phone, but she was like this. Like, the phone was like up against her chest and she was just recording. And she was like smiling ear to ear, singing every word. And it was so cute. She was probably like 10 or 11. It was absolutely adorable. All the moms were cracking me up too. Role Model opened. And
I didn't realize he was opening. I saw that. I didn't realize he was like her opener.
Yeah. And he does, he's very funny. Like, he makes a lot of jokes on stage.
He's funny on TikTok.
Yeah. So he always will say, like, in his shows, he introduces himself as someone else. Like, he said, so like last night he was like, how y'all doing, MSG? Like, I'm Ed Sheeran, like whatever. And everyone was laughing. After he was done, the mom in front of me turned around and looked at me and was like, I'm sorry, but I gotta ask, who was that? And I was like, oh, that's Role Model. I was like, that wasn't Ed Sheeran.
Yeah.
And she was like, I knew Ed Sheeran had red hair. And I was like, yeah. Certainly
Why didn't he play
wasn't Ed
Shape of
Sheeran.
You?
Yeah, certainly wasn't Ed Sheeran.
Thinking out loud?
Yeah.
Yeah, I only know Role Model like dated Emma Chamberlain. That's literally the
He
only
brought
thing
out
I know.
Natalie Portman.
He brought out Natalie Portman as his Sally. I know, I was eating some chicken fingers for most of it. And then Gia was like, when he started playing Sally, Gia was like, get the fuck up. I was like, whoa, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, she did bring Natalie Portman out. They're starring in a movie together. They're filming right now
Role
in New York.
Model?
Yes. It's called Good Sex or something like that. Something with sex in the title. It's
Scandalous.
a Lena Dunham movie for Netflix, I think. And I think Natalie Portman is recently single and starts to date like a young like hipster that I think is Role Model.
That is Role Model. That would add up.
Like a older actor that's Mark Ruffalo.
Oh,
what a trio!
Yeah. Wow, that is not a trio I was expecting to hear together.
And honestly,
Natalie Portman, Mark Ruffalo, and Role Model.
Yeah, I did not think that either. Natalie looks fantastic. When she first came out, I was like, who's that? I thought it was a teenager.
Somebody from the crowd got picked.
Yeah. Gia clocked it fast. She was like, holy shit, Natalie Portman. I was like, whoa, I couldn't even see her face.
Natalie Portman just doesn't age. Like, Natalie Portman always looks like a little kid.
Yeah, no, she looks amazing. But Gracie was fantastic, and she sounded great. I feel like she gets a lot of flack online sometimes.
She does. That's all I see.
I'm not familiar with really anything Gracie Abrams, so I haven't seen any of that.
I was saying that to Gia because I saw her yesterday before she went, and I'm like, I feel like all I see is her forgetting lyrics, her like being out of breath while singing, like
people like shit on her. They're like, oh, she can't actually.
You're getting like Gracie Abrams is bad propaganda on your TikTok.
He is. But I thought she sounded fantastic. She put on a great show. The crowd was so loud. I haven't been to a show like that in so long, where it's just the screaming girls. They were like louder than she was.
That's the fan base you want to hit.
That's how I felt when I went to see Harry Styles.
Yeah, it was loud. And she does this cute little like middle stage, and then she does a backstage. And when she was singing a couple songs at the backstage, her whole family was like in the front row. I didn't see him. I saw her,
JJ himself.
Mr. JJ. I saw her mom. Like, I recognized her.
I like when artists make their way around the place. You know what I mean? Like, you don't just stay right in front. Like, she
walked around the whole thing. She signed a bunch of things and like gave a lot of hugs and hands and went around the whole.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah,
keep those young girls.
Yeah,
they were engaged, locked in.
They were locked in. They played. Gia cried. They played like a really sweet montage while she was singing at that backstage up on the screen of or her early videos and fans from other concerts and people. Just the environment that she creates. It was absolutely lovely. Paul was not there, at least to my knowledge.
He could have been there.
He could have been there.
Him and JJ got a secret spot.
I know. I think he was at the show in Boston, but I did not. Maybe he'll be there Tuesday night. She's doing 2 nights, so he could be there tonight. But I personally did not lay eyes on Paul.
I'm sure.
Sadly,
he'll come support at some point.
Yeah, exactly. But it was a very fun show. I loved it. It was my first time seeing her live, and I was a big fan. So
that sounds
it's crazy
like
how big she's got. I feel like she came out of she's like Taylor Swift probably.
Right. I mean, that was a huge factor.
It's kind of the recipe, after Sabrina opened for Taylor, then Sabrina had all these crowds.
I was saying to Gia because I'm like, Sabrina Carpenter's way bigger than her, and she was kind of like, oh well, they're kind of equal. I'm like,
oh no,
Sabrina Carpenter's way bigger.
I don't think they're equal.
I think Sabrina is just, her songs are way more.
She's way
mainstream.
bigger hits.
Yes, more like pop mainstream.
Yeah,
mainstream.
Way
hits,
more mainstream
for sure.
Like, everyone's heard
espresso. Like, you could say espresso and people know it. Yeah. I'm even now blanking on the name of it. I'm not doing it on purpose, but
you definitely would hear, like, close to you. You would probably,
Yeah.
Close to you.
No, the one that was very popular on TikTok very recently.
I love you.
Yes, that one.
Yeah.
That's like very popular as well.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of TikTok trends with her songs. But I think as far as obviously like mainstream pop, I think
Sabrina is just very mainstream now.
She said at the beginning of the show, she was like, the first time I played New York was only 4 years ago. It was 2021, September 2021. She played at the Mercury Lounge.
Wow.
So it's it's crazy.
Quite a jump in 4 years.
Only 4 years, and then you're headlining MSG.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah. So it was great.
That's a nice Monday night.
It was lovely.
I watched the New York versus Kirk Minahan basketball game. New York won. Proud of my husband. Got out there.
They were getting bullied.
They were. He was getting abused on that court. But you know what? It was a great game between two teams, and New York came out on top. There was a lot of fouls going on. I said they probably should have just played a game of horse instead, because it was just like free throws the whole game. I'm watching, holding my breath, because I'm like, oh my goodness, like, this is getting aggressive. Like, it's getting physical out there.
I mean, they were like physically assaulting the refs.
Yes. That did happen. Kirk literally took the whistle off the ref's neck and threw it.
Were they Kirk's refs again, or?
Yeah.
Yes. But that was a deal that was made when Dave decided to coach the team. Dana would be able to play for New York before he moves to Chicago this week But Kirk was like, Dana could play if we could have the same refs as the last game. And so they made that deal. And Dana's been like low-key hurt And
He
so
like tear his meniscus.
he said Dana's been low-key hurt, but shout out to him for coming in clutch for the team, because he definitely was a good asset last night and definitely helped. And the refs, they were calling the fouls because they deserve to be called. I mean, I'm pretty sure Matt got pummeled to the ground.
Steve here was like shoved.
Steve got
to the
like kicked on the ground. It got very aggressive, but they held their own. There are a bunch of guys out there. They're playing basketball. Things are getting physical, and they won. So that's all that matters. And
it was like that the first game too, right?
Yeah,
like really
it's a very physical. It's not really basketball. It seems like they should just box instead.
Yeah,
but it was entertaining to watch. I'll say that much. But I was on FaceTime with my in-laws, and we were like, "Ooh," because Matt hit the ground hard at a couple of points, and we were like, oh my God, like we're holding our breath. Like you can't be getting hurt in a game like this. You know, like you get like Pat here that works here tore his ACL training for this basketball game. So, you can't be a grown adult getting hurt in a game like this. That would suck. That would just be unfortunate. Like if Matt actually got hurt, like I think he'd be like, man, for this, like I tore, I got a concussion for this, or I tore my ACL because of this. But none of that happened. Thankfully, no one was like actually hurt. Just a bunch of guys being very aggressive and very competitive.
Nick Mulcahy had to be restrained.
Yeah, Nick Mulcahy had to be held back by Matt because he was going after somebody. There was a lot going on. It was a very physical, violent game. Very entertaining though, and New York did win, so I was very proud of them. And me and Dana's wife were texting each other too, because we were like, I mean, like you're just watching your husbands out there, like this. I can't believe
those are our men.
Yeah. Well, we had some funny texts going back and forth, being like, I can't believe this is what we're watching right now. But they won, and they won money. So congrats to them. They did win, which is very funny. But then Matt came home, and he came into our room. It was really like, it was almost like 1 a.m. at this point, because they played in Connecticut. And I was like half asleep, and I'm like, oh, like congrats, good job. He's like, Maria, I dunked before the game. And I just looked at him, I said, it wasn't during the game though. And he's like, do you know how hard it is to dunk? I said, yes, but you're telling me something I couldn't see. You don't have a video of it. You didn't do it during the game.
Where's the proof?
Like,
was that the first time he's ever dunked?
Yeah, he's like, do you know how hard it is to dunk? And I said, yes, but I got no proof. Like you didn't do any of that during the game. Where was that? You're 6'4". You could have dunked on all these guys. He was like, Maria, they were all over me. He was just like a beaten up man.
Well, that they are. I feel like they were
guard
all him extra
well, because on
tough.
the first game that they played, he was like some NBA superstar. Like he even himself was like, I don't know where any of that came from. Like I forget the number, but he had like 1,000,000 threes in the first game. And then the second game came around and he did not live up to the first game. And everyone was like, where was the guy from the first game? So
he did or did not play basketball growing up?
He played a lot of sports, but baseball and
baseball was number one.
Baseball was number one, and weirdly enough, volleyball
Yes.
was a close second. He was very good at volleyball, that he got a scholarship to go to college for volleyball and baseball, but he chose baseball because
It's a tall guy sport.
Yeah, so he always tells me, he's like, trust me, it was cool. Like it was cool to play volleyball.
My school didn't even have a volleyball team.
Mine did. They were good. Like I think it is all the tall guys played volleyball.
Yeah.
I think it was just like, hey, why not?
Yeah.
So yeah, volleyball. He must have played. He's just a very athletic guy. Not to keep, I know I'm probably being annoying, but he really is. He just is a jack of all trades when it comes to sports. So
he's 30. He's dunking for the first time at 30 years old. Is pretty impressive.
Yeah, right. But I was like, where are the tapes, hon? Because you're coming in telling me you're dunking. I didn't see that display out there. When I was on FaceTime with my in-laws, we were just like, come on, why are you missing the shots? He wouldn't have been happy to hear the talk between all of us, We were supporting, but at the same time, we were like...
Tough love.
Yeah, we were just like...
It's like the Challengers movie where Zendaya's like, basically like, don't talk to me.
Oh my God. Well, I was saying last night, because Dave was supposed to coach the New York team, but something ended up happening with his house and he couldn't go, whatever. So Meek Phil, who works here, stepped in, and I was like, honestly, They should have had me step in as coach. I don't know much about basketball, but I feel like I could really
be a great coach.
motivate some people, Get out there, you pansies! Yeah. Like something like that, Get it together. Because I send him a lot of texts before the game. I give a lot of love. I'm like, you got to walk out there like you know who the fuck you are. Like, I really pump him up. But then middle of the game, I'm sending some text messages like, you can't be missing those, So it's a roller coaster. It's a roller coaster, but they won, and it was entertaining. At first, I wasn't going to watch, though, because the second game, the one where they lost, the last game that they recently played, whatever, how many months ago it was, I turned it on for 2 seconds, and it was a disgusting display from this New York team that I thought, I can't waste
my time.
Not even that. It also was just like
on the couch tonight.
No, it's like I'm joking around because it was more so like there's a lot of violence going on and I can't watch this.
It's like those
they were
boxers'
getting beat.
It was getting very like violent, and I was like, ooh, I really don't want to watch this. Like so I didn't watch the second one, but I watched the first and the third. So maybe I'm the good luck charm of watching it. I'll tell myself that. Maybe me not watching the second was
think about where they would be if you were the coach.
Right. Listen, I don't want to put it in their ear too much, but I really think I'd whip these guys into shape. And I feel like I would like take on this persona, which I am right now as I'm speaking about it.
Yep.
That would embody a fantastic coach.
I think you would actually crush it as a coach.
Really?
Because you wouldn't be, you just tell them how it is. I mean, these guys, they all beat around the bush with each other sometimes.
Yeah, they did, but I would give a lot of love underneath it all. But yeah, that was entertaining. And unfortunately, on a much darker note, but we do have to talk about it because it's absolutely tragic and so sad. Monday night, there was a shooting in New York City, which hits very close to home to us. We are located in New York, and is very, very sad. Just want to add a disclaimer that we had recorded this episode before the information of the victims of the shooting came out, but now we do have all the information of the 4 victims whose lives were sadly taken from them by this horrific act. So we do want to honor them by sharing their names and who they were in this building. Alan Etienne, who was a security officer in the building and beloved by many and took his job very seriously. Julia Hyman, who was employed by the firm who owned the building, and she had just graduated college 5 years ago. Dadarul Islam, who was an NYPD officer off duty. He leaves behind a wife who was pregnant and also 2 young boys. And Wesley LePatner, who was a Blackstone executive, who was a wife and mother. So we just want to make sure that we acknowledge these 4 victims of this horrific and cruel shooting. It's just sickening. Obviously, there's not really enough words to put towards a tragedy towards this besides, praying for the families of the people who lost their lives, who were affected by this awful, awful, awful incident.
Yeah, it's extremely tragic and extremely close to home because it is right here in New York. It is not far from where we are right now, honestly. It is not far from where a lot of my friends and family work too. Joe's office is not that far from there. It's just one of those things that you're like, it just shakes you. It is so scary to think about, especially hearing, about the lives of these people who have lost their life. Blackstone exec, 2 small kids that he was off duty New York police officer with 2 young kids, and his wife is pregnant with their 3rd child right now. It's god awful. It's terrible.
So sad.
It's you read these alleged details of him. I guess he wanted to go after the NFL headquarters is located in that building. Obviously, it's awful. It's tragic. The man who committed this terrible crime clearly was unwell, and that was pretty clear in what was said about him, and just really tragic and terrible. And hearing just firsthand from friends that I have that work in that area of, either having to shelter in place or getting pictures of friends throwing furniture in front of the door and trying to barricade the doors that they were in. It's really awful, really, really awful and scary. And just it breaks my heart to see these stories of these, the families now that are affected by this, who have lost a loved one.
It's heartbreaking.
Yeah, it really
and hearing the stories of, people who are in the building who are texting their loved ones, not sure what's going to happen to them. We're hearing a lot of stories about that of people in the building, and it's just really just awful. And I'm just heartbroken for these families. It's just so sad.
It is. It really is terrible.
And so scary.
It's so scary because you think about these big buildings and the security that you have in place, and you can see with the security cameras and everything, you can basically see what this guy did. Pulled up his car, walked straight into the building with a fucking machine gun.
It's insane.
It's so terrifying. Barstool we do have a shirt on sale right now in honor of the police officer that was killed. And if you buy a shirt, the donation goes 100% to his family. And Dave is also matching donations right now as well. So they're going to be doing that, I believe, through the end of the week.
Yeah, so their shirts you could buy on Barstool, and 100% goes to his family.
Yeah. It's just, gosh, it's just when it's literally like right up the road, it just is terrifying. Yeah, really,
just shakes up everybody. Yeah. It's just so sad, and it's just something, you keep repeating the same words of how tragic and sad and sickening it is, but you really can't find the words to describe something so despicable like this. Like, it's just actually just so awful and despicable, and you can't wrap your head around why. There's so many questions people have of why, and it's just so sad.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so obviously wanted to address that, and just know that we are keeping all those families in our thoughts and prayers going forward. And we're going to get into the rest of our episode. We do have some topics to discuss. We are going to be talking about... We do have a great interview with Corey Mylchreest, who is in Netflix's new movie, My Oxford Year, comes out August 1st with Sophia Carson. We love a romance movie. He is wonderful. Yeah. Lots of joking around this interview. Very, very fun. I think you guys are very much going to enjoy it. Yes. Love when a guest comes in and we kind of just shoot the shit and talk about whatever and have some good banter.
Exactly. If you watched Queen Charlotte, was in that as well. I feel like that's probably obviously his most well-known thing right now, too.
Yes. Yeah. Katy Perry was seen out with Justin Trudeau, which really was a headline that people were not expecting, I guess. Pamela Anderson and Liam Neeson are doing a lot of press for Naked Gun. It's making people believe that they should be together and pursue a romantic relationship, but I'm not so sure about that. Sydney Sweeney's American Eagle jeans ad has caught a lot of flack online, a lot of controversy about that, and she was also seen on a jet ski with a new man.
Yeah.
So a lot of Sydney Sweeney this week, and we have the popcorner.
Noah left the stupidest comment on the.
I didn't see it.
On the go take a look. You can read it in real time.
I'll do a live delivery.
I was speaking on behalf of Sydney and myself.
Sydney.
I just think.
Oh, really not cool to invade my privacy like this.
Mystery man
funny.
Here speaking.
Yeah, you found me.
Yeah,
man on jet ski sitting right across from us.
These photos were from a couple days ago. So.
Guilty.
Yeah, you were. It was over the weekend.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, that was at we were at the Hamptons.
Yeah, you and Sydney. Yeah.
That's when you disappeared?
Yeah. When I was gone for like a few hours, yeah.
Okay, gotcha. You were
straight to the jet ski.
Right, in the middle of the day.
Well, now since everyone knows, I guess I can,
Right. Well, at least we cleared the air. Yeah. At least everyone knows it's you. And then we have the popcorner, so let's get into it.
They don't make it easy to buy concert tickets these days. You got to sign up for the pre-sale, get in the queue, and by the time you get through, the best seats are gone. Going to a concert should be about the show itself, not waiting in a virtual line. Lucky for us, we have Game Time, the official ticketing partner of Barstool Sports. Game Time makes getting tickets faster and easier. Prices on the app actually go down the closer it gets to showtime. Plus, the Game Time Picks feature makes it even easier to find the great deals on the seats you want. Just pull up your chosen event and turn on the GT Pick setting at the top of the screen, or browse the best local Game Time Picks deals near you or on your Game Time app homepage. I was talking at the beginning of the show about being at Gracie Abrams. You can get last-minute tickets. It was so great through Game Time, easy, so easy to use. And there's still a lot of concerts coming up this summer. August is jam-packed. We got Jonas Brothers, Lady Gaga. All these great shows are coming to New York. If you are looking at tickets, keep checking Game Time because once again, the prices go down the closer it gets to showtime. So what are you waiting for? It is time to buy those tickets now with Game Time Picks. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app today, create an account, and use code CHICKS for $20 off your first purchase. Terms do apply. Again, create an account and redeem code CHICKS for $20 off. Download the Game Time app today. What time is it? Game time.
It looks like Katy Perry and Justin Trudeau were seen out. Was this romantic? Was it friendly? We're not sure. Justin Trudeau is the former Prime Minister of Canada, if you guys are unsure of who that is. And it was not a pairing that people seem to expect this week.
Certainly not. Certainly not. Did not have that one on my bingo card of people Katy Perry would be seen out to dinner with.
No, I think you could have listed
breakup.
A ton of people.
Probably
and
thousands.
Maybe if you were just like being random, you're like, I'm going to throw Justin Trudeau on there.
Yeah.
And then it hits and you're like, wait, what? Somebody out there must have said that as a joke at one point, and they're like, oh my God, it's happening.
There they are. Katy is, I think she's got some Canadian shows right now.
Mm-hmm.
They were seen out and about. Looked like they went on a little stroll around town. Then they went out to dinner. They were seen at a restaurant. The co-owner, chef, blabbed straight to TMZ after said, they were in my restaurant and it looked like they were, he claims it was friend vibes. He didn't really see any PDA or anything. But what does that guy know? Nothing,
Hey,
really.
if it's friendly, that could mean it's going romantic. Maybe they got good banter. Maybe
First
they're
date,
friendly. Maybe first date. Maybe Justin was just a shoulder for Katy to cry on in Canada.
Right.
Maybe she said, I'm in Canada. I don't know anybody here. Justin's asking me out. We'll go to dinner. And that's, I'll just have a little fun in Canada with the former prime minister.
Just really need to know how that exchange even happens. Like, is Justin Trudeau sliding into Katy Perry's DMs?
That's got to be hilarious sliding. If you're Katy Perry and you're looking at your DMs, you're not expecting much. You got the classic fans in there going nuts. Maybe you got a low-level actor sliding in your DMs. And then all of a sudden you see the Prime Minister of Canada. You're like,
I could see her
maybe I'll go to dinner.
Like, you go to Canada and you're like, who's the best, eligible bachelor in the... Oh, well, you know what? How about the former prime minister?
Justin's single.
Justin, Drake, who else is in Canada?
You're like, well, is Drake in LA? Is he in Turks?
Yeah.
Is he in Miami?
Right.
Where's Drake right now? Justin, I know he's in Canada. So maybe, I would like to believe Justin Trudeau reached out to Katy Perry, or maybe they had a friend connect them too.
I like to imagine
one of Justin's friends is a Katy Perry fan, and was like, Justin, if you go to dinner with Katy, maybe we'll get tickets to her show.
Celebrities do. I feel like celebrities do like to interact with. I feel like I see Justin Trudeau with a lot of celebrities.
Yeah. Well, now that
From time
he's
to
off
time.
duty, I guess, right?
Yes.
Is he just chilling, or is he having a
He's
job?
chilling with Katy Perry.
Yeah, exactly.
He's just trying to get to a Katy Perry show. Imagine we find out that Justin Trudeau is just a huge Katy Perry fan.
Yeah.
And his end goal was just to get to a show. Maybe go backstage. He just wanted to get backstage.
Just looking for that front row seat. Wonder what world affairs they're tackling.
Or maybe they're just good pals.
Maybe they're talking about space.
So true, Noah. They could be talking about space.
What did you see up there?
Justin is working on something in space.
Yeah.
And
he wants to go next.
Or he has a space trip and he's like, I need Katy on this.
He's like, nobody will ever suspect that I'm working on investigating space if I talk to Katy Perry about it. They'll never suspect a thing. But they might just be friends, just like Pamela Anderson and Liam Neeson, who are doing a lot of press for Naked Gun, which I didn't know people were such big Naked Gun fans.
I didn't even know what it was.
I didn't know what it was. But gee golly, it's like everybody's talking about Naked Gun, promoting Naked Gun. People are at premieres for Naked Gun. They're doing private viewings for Naked Gun. I'm like, I didn't even know this was a thing.
It's a remake, right?
It must be with the way people are acting.
Yeah.
It must not be an original.
Now, what can you tell? There's an original Naked Gun?
Yeah, there was a 1988 comedy action movie.
It's a remake.
Okay, so it's a remake.
So Naked Gun.
Well, there's a 1990. Oh, there's been multiple.
Oh,
so I've never
it's been remade a lot.
It's been done a lot.
I see 3 here.
I've never even heard of Naked Gun. until this upcoming week, where it
neither.
seemed like everybody in the world was the biggest Naked Gun fan. And I feel left out. But Pamela Anderson and Liam Neeson have been doing a lot of press, a lot of fake makeouts. They're really selling their on-screen relationship. And, you know, we had floated the idea before the show started, oh, would Pamela Anderson and Liam Neeson make a good couple? But Noah brought up the point that right now Pamela Anderson's 58 and Liam Neeson's 73. And in 5 years from now, we'll say 7 years from now. 7 years from now, when
he's 80.
And Pam is still in her 60s, it is a little bit like she's still young.
Entering.
And Liam might be getting
You're entering
old.
Belichick.
No, it's not even close. Also,
Pamela Anderson and Liam Neeson are the new Jordan and Bill Belichick.
Yeah, I mean,
like a 60.
No, it's
No, it's
not.
not even close. It's not even close.
Liam Neeson's not a creeper for being interested in Pamela Anderson. If that was the case,
No,
she's 58 years
no,
old.
it's
How old
definitely
is he?
doable.
73.
He's 73.
He's 15
she's
years older.
58.
Not that. Yeah. At that age.
Wait.
What?
Oh, Pamela
Breaking
Anderson and Liam
news.
Neeson are actually dating?
Breaking news. People
shit.
just said that they're dating. I think that they're adorable, and Liam Neeson's been talking about how
Wow.
much he loves her for forever now. After they were doing the movie,
That's pretty funny.
That's actually...
Hey, you know what? Good for Liam.
Wait, they're actually dating. That is wild. I'm sorry, like just registering.
It's
like,
clear they are smitten. They struck up a romance. A source close to the movie tells people it's a budding romance in the early stages. It's sincere, and it's clear they're smitten with each other.
But then imagining being...
Liam was just looking for something short, nothing serious.
Imagine being Pamela
Guys,
Anderson's
I think
sons,
it's so sweet.
and then your potential new stepfather. They've had quite a few, but now it's Liam Neeson.
It's as good as it gets.
You're like, you got to be hyped up.
No, if I'd imagine,
You know what I mean?
they're like, Mom, this is a good one.
It's been Kid Rock. It's been Bret Michaels. It's
No,
been,
yeah.
early.
Yeah.
Those are early days,
Yes.
not recently.
Yes.
It's been Tommy Lee over and over. That's their actual dad, and they've had an on-off relationship. Obviously, not as
Yeah.
recent. Tommy Lee's with Brittany Furlan, but like your stepmother is Brittany Furlan, TikTok star.
Yeah.
but now potentially stepdaddy is Liam Neeson.
No, that's a good one for sure. And
Stepdaddy.
He's a stepdaddy.
he is a stepdaddy. And their boys are all like kind of around the same age, which I feel like is nice. Like,
Yeah.
Pam obviously has two sons. They're 29. Brandon is 29 and Dylan is 27. And Liam's two boys are 30 and 28. So they're right there. Like,
Yeah,
right
maybe
around. Like they're
I'm looking at this family
the
photo.
family
of all-
photo is so cute.
Wow.
The picture of all of them on the carpet is so cute. I bet you he's so happy. I bet you they're all very happy about it. I think.
I will.
He's been saying really nice things about her too. All the videos of them are adorable.
I'm very happy for them. I think that's adorable. I will say though, Liam Neeson is not looking fantastic in this group photograph. If
I
you
gotta take a closer look.
zoom
at the photo.
in, it might. I think they maybe put makeup on him.
Yeah. You know,
That's not the best photograph. The
What
other
it-
ones he looks better, but that one it
Right.
looks. Are you seeing this picture?
I'm looking at
Noah?
the same one.
No.
He could use a little spray tan.
It looks like they put makeup on him that
Made him
made him.
look more pale.
Yeah,
That's a nice way of saying
that's a nice way of saying.
it. Yeah.
You know.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
No. I was avoiding that
He looks like a
reaction.
ghost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's not the best photograph of Liam.
No,
these days.
it's
But
not,
I think
it's not.
I think they
But
might
I
have
think
just
that's an
said,
outli-
"Oh,
I
we'll
think
put
that's
you
an
on-
outlier.
We'll put you makeup on you for the press tour,
sure.
and
For sure.
yeah, we're gonna move past that.
Because
But
I'm looking at like
you
the
know what?
videos of them on the Today Show today, the two
Yeah,
of them,
and he looked good.
And he looked good.
He looked good. That's a picture that
Yeah.
maybe doesn't need to be floating around,
I'm so happy.
because then that doesn't help the
sweet.
Liam Neeson is getting old accusations.
Yeah.
But that is really
He's getting
sweet.
old.
Currently enjoying each other's company as a source.
That's really sweet. Pamela Anderson is really such a sweetheart, and she deserves a nice man for all that she's been put through.
Yes.
Honestly,
She can feel safe on any plane she's on. If she goes to Europe.
correct.
yes,
That was a
He-
joke about
Yes, I
yeah,
know.
yeah, we know.
We get it.
we
he
picked
will.
it up.
He will find
wanted to make
her.
sure.
No
Yeah,
matter.
he will find her.
He will find her no matter
Yes, and you know what? That's nice.
Yeah.
That's nice. Tommy Lee's got to be shaken up. I feel like no matter what, no matter how many years go by, Tommy Lee is still upset about Pamela Anderson.
How could you not?
How could
be?
you not?
Yeah, no, you fumbled a beautiful, loving sweetheart.
Yep.
But they're on good terms, no?
I don't know.
I don't know about that. Yeah, I'm not too sure about that. But yeah.
I would love to see the first interaction between Liam Neeson and Tommy Lee. Like, say that things get serious and they're gonna have to meet at some point. Maybe they've already met, but
they might have met back in the day.
Yeah.
You know?
The whole interview with them on the Today Show was adorable too, because they're obviously they've been playing into the rumors because they are promoting a movie, but it seems like the feelings are really there.
That's really sweet. Honestly, that really warms my heart, actually. You know, I want Pamela Anderson to be happy.
Yeah, listen to this quote she said about Liam. She said, "I think I have a friend forever in Liam, and we definitely have a connection that is very sincere, very loving, and he's a good guy." And Liam has also said, "I've made over 100 films, and it's just rare for me to have that sort of chemistry."
You know what?
You know what? I
Sometimes
take
the
it back.
chemistry will just hit.
They're gonna be great when it's 80 and 65.
Yeah.
Look, they'll be like every other couple that lives down there in Florida, where there's like a 60-something woman and
I will say,
and
you
an
know,
older man.
my
Maybe it's
grandpa's
second marriages.
My grandpas that are 87 could be 67.
Yeah,
Like they, you know.
exactly.
So
Exactly.
you just never know. So that's really sweet. So I started
that's
off
really
that
sweet.
segment saying that they're just friends, and they're not. We just found out breaking news.
No, breaking news.
They
Real
are-
time.
They are dating, and that's really nice.
Connecting.
Moving on to another potential romantic relationship, Sydney Sweeney was seen on a jet ski with Noah Ives, and really is
The
not
way
much
that you
further than
said that was like,
It took him.
No,
You blew back in your seat
No,
for
I
a second.
did.
Wow, me? I was there.
Because when you said
Did
no,
you
I was
see
like,
him
is
push
this guy's
back in his
name
chair?
Yeah, this fucking guy's
That
name can't be
sounded
Noah.
so like smooth, didn't it?
You know what?
Like
Thank you.
those names together.
They did. It did. It flew actually out of my
It
mouth.
rolled off the tongue.
It did seamlessly. It flew out seamlessly. I didn't even have to blink twice to say it.
He was blown back by that.
So, my God, I
announcement.
can't believe she
I was
just
like, wait,
said
it's real.
that. It's really me. Yeah, so she was seen on a jet ski with some guy. But on top of that, it's been a rough week for Sydney in terms of, actually, I don't think she probably gives a fuck.
Yeah.
But she did have this American Eagle ad go like insanely viral for people just being very upset about it. It's about how she has good genes. And the joke is that she has good genes. Like, you know what I mean? Like
Genes.
Yes. And the voiceover for it is, everyone's like, why is she talking like that? And she's like, genes often determine. It's like, no, genes they always determine, because she's like, it'll, determine hair color and eye color, whatever.
Right.
And everyone's like, often. No,
That's
that's actually
her
exactly
job.
what makes them. Yes, that is what
That's her
genes
job.
are. And then I think on top of that, also just, it seems like Sydney is always playing to the male gaze instead of, you're
Right.
selling women's jeans for women to buy.
Right.
But you're making an ad very sexy and, button up your pants and it's looking a little like something else and her tits are squeezed up to the moon. And, we love that for her. Like, she's obviously has great boobs. She knows it. We all know it. So, but when people, I think from what I'm seeing, when girls see this, they're just like, you're not trying, it doesn't feel like you're trying to cater to us. It doesn't feel like you're trying to,
Right.
oh, I have good genes. Obviously, I got big boobs and blue eyes and blonde hair.
Right.
And, it doesn't make women want to buy those jeans, I think is what the consensus has been. It's also opened up the floodgates for people to be like, other brands can really step in here and do something. I saw people on TikTok going, Victoria Justice needs to do a campaign with a jean brand and be like, I think we all have good jeans because of that meme with the I think we all sing. So people are coming up with funny ideas now.
That's funny.
But it's just, and then they show other ads. Sydney Sweeney is every ad right now. Like,
yeah, she is.
There's a lot of hair brands and makeup and shoes and this and that. And I think people are just begging the question of why so many? Like, why isn't she being particular about what she's doing? It just seems like it's anything and everything. And a lot of the ads are always focused on like, I'm Sydney Sweeney and I'm a hot girl who fixes cars, you know? And it's like,
Yeah.
all right, we get it.
Yeah.
You are like, you, and guys go nuts for
Yeah.
it. They go
Yeah.
ballistic. Oh my God, this girl with big boobs can fix our car. Like that's, you know, that's
Yeah.
what happens. Like, no, he's like, yeah,
No,
exactly.
that's not what I
Yeah,
mean,
he's
that's
getting
my
excited
girlfriend.
the more
first
you
of all.
talk
Yeah. But that's, you know, and I think girls are just like, you're not relating to us.
No. Yeah. And I think that it's getting a little tired for girls too. It's like, okay, 1 or 2 campaigns where it makes sense, but when it starts to become every one, and especially something with clothes and denim like that, it's like I think it's sending less of a message of, you know, I love myself in these jeans and I feel good in these jeans, and more men love me in these jeans.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Where it's like not as like, oh, she feels good and looks good in those jeans, and I feel like I would look good and feel good in those jeans. It's like, oh, you're making me think the opposite.
Yeah, there's just her ads just never really hit. Like I saw another campaign and she's like, you know, you can usually find me in overalls instead of dresses. It's like, oh, we get it.
Right.
We get
right.
it, Sydney. You
I
get
know.
down and dirty.
Look, and that's what she does. Funny enough, it's one of those things where I just think no matter what, people are gonna pick her apart, because it really does seem like those are the things that she likes to do. So it's like, you're like, like you roll your eyes at it, but she's like,
does.
guys, I really am fixing old cars. Like I really like to do that, and I really like to hike, and I really like to read my books,
Yeah.
and like that's really what I like to do. But everyone's like, we're all like, all right, Sydney, give it a fucking rest.
Right. And that's fair if those are the things she loves to do. Like those
Yeah.
are her hobbies.
Yeah.
That's fine. I think it's just like when it's always in an ad campaign.
for
where
sure.
girls are just getting tired of it.
When it's
They're
being
like,
monetized constantly, it's like, all right.
Right. And I think the soap, the selling of her
Yeah, the
bathwater,
yeah.
you know, really was the start of all of this, where people were just like, why? You
I
know?
remember seeing Michael B. Jordan said that Denzel, I think, told him like advice about don't be so out there like in your personal life, or just like
Right.
it was more about social media, but he's like, if people see you every day, why are they going to pay to see you in a movie? Like I kind of want some like, I don't need to know everything about an actor's life. I kind of want a little mystery
Right.
there.
Yeah. It was weird
You know,
messaging
like
overall. Like,
GNES is like, I
yes.
feel like that's kind of like a weird, like
weird messaging
weird
because you're
messaging
putting
behind-
up you're
Yeah.
putting up Sydney Sweeney, who is, you know, blonde hair, blue eye, big
Right.
boobs, skinny ass
Sydney
body.
Sweeney was born this way.
Right, and
that,
it's
that
like-
might as well be the
Right.
You
And
know,
Sydney
like,
Sweeney's like, and I got
she's
good
fucking
genes.
hot, and she was born this
and
way.
I know it. And it's great to be confident in yourself, and
Yeah.
everybody should feel that way and be confident in yourself. But I think it didn't resonate with people, and
Right,
it
I
didn't
think
appeal
it
to
just
people.
missed the mark of what they were trying to
And
do. Clearly,
Yes, and I saw a lot of videos talking about like the marketing side of this, and just like how many meetings this had to go through to get approved.
right.
And the fact that there maybe could have been somebody who stepped in and said, I don't think this is a good idea, but then they get shut down by somebody bigger.
But at the end of the day, like it's working for American Eagle.
I mean, American Eagle stock skyrocketed.
Yeah, so
So like
maybe
those
people-
guys would be like,
That
what's the
campaign.
problem?
Well, yeah.
Sydney Sweeney maybe has regrets if there's a ton of backlash, but American Eagle, like
That's
it
cool.
works.
That's also clearly why she's doing so many ads right now too. Is so many brands want her because whatever she does creates conversation, and I think that's really at the end of the day all of what most of these companies really even care about.
do you
It's
think
like
they
we just
said
want people
that?
talking about us?
I did see people talk about the fact that, remember she did that interview a couple years ago where she was like, I have bills to pay, like the, you know,
Yes.
and everyone was like, oh, maybe she's not getting paid that much to do these movies, and they're like, damn, Sydney, how high is rent? Because like, wow. But you know, if they're putting millions of dollars in front of her and she doesn't seem to give a shit,
Yeah.
she's still getting booked and busy.
I mean,
she's
there-
just going to do
There
it.
was definitely like a way where this could have been more buttoned up. No pun intended. Like, intended. But you know,
They
but
didn't
like they
even
wouldn't
have
have
to
created
button
the
her up.
conversation that it
Even
did.
No,
if
they
they
really
just
didn't.
did a Sydney Sweeney ad campaign
Yeah.
wearing jeans
Yeah.
and have the shirt looks great on her. Her
Yeah.
boobs look great.
yeah.
But not with the messaging of I have good jeans.
Yeah, I have good. Yeah.
It could have worked.
Yeah.
It could have been like, wow, she looks great in those jeans. I want those jeans. With none of
Right.
that messaging. It was like the messaging along with
I think
Funny enough, it really is contradictory if you think about it too. It's like it makes me actually not want to buy the jeans because it's like, well, I don't have Sydney Sweeney's jeans.
a lot of girlfriends are going to be
G-N-E-S.
getting gifted American Eagle jeans this
You know
year.
what I'm, yeah, like you know what I'm saying? You're like, oh, Sydney looks good in those jeans because she has good genes, is what they're saying.
Right.
So
The messaging, the pictures and whatever could have been good,
right.
but the messaging along with it.
I think
Right.
the
I think-
voice is what I'm seeing the most made fun of.
Oh,
online.
I mean,
Yeah,
the
the voice sounded
voiceover
bizarre.
is bizarre. It's just a bizarre voiceover of like, genes often determine.
Right.
And you're like,
I think
what
it's like
the-
a purposeful like whisper sexy voice.
Oh, 100%.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, this isn't messaging for
right, it's-
women.
Right.
This
right,
is
right.
attracting the wrong crowd.
Right.
You know? I don't know.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think you're right too. I think
Is
yeah.
it just was a
Head scratcher.
it was a head scratcher, and you would say it was a miss, but their stock went up for American Eagle.
Yeah,
So
right.
maybe a miss for Sydney Sweeney's reputation.
Yeah.
But still, it's like everyone's talking about her. So if she's not bothered by it, then
Yeah.
Let me tell you, Noah's not getting off the back of that jet ski because
No.
of this ad, because of this ad.
no, it's
Yeah.
not like
So-
people are going to stop associating themselves with Sydney Sweeney
Yeah.
because of this ad.
Yeah.
It
Noah's
just-
holding on tighter.
Yeah.
On the back of the
It's
jet
just
ski.
more of just people are like, is Sydney Sweeney going to do an ad where we're like, you know what? That was a good one.
Right. Yeah.
but if her next ad was like so boring, then would you be like, ah?
Or she just like doubles down in every ad she does forever. It's just like, I'm hot, buy this product.
Then I'm gonna start respecting her. Be like,
Yeah.
you know what? She's carved herself a
Yep.
lane,
Yep.
and she's going with it.
Yep.
So yeah. All right, that wraps up the topics. Abercrombie knows denim and how denim should feel. They have staple denim fits and are always ahead of the trend. All of Abercrombie's women's jeans are available in Curve Love, the viral fit with additional room through the hip and thigh to eliminate waist gap. I love the Curve Love. I love the Curve Love shorts. And they also have the classic fit you know and love with a straighter line from waist to hip. There's also the Your Personal Best Abercrombie's active brand just dropped a ton of new sets that are comfy enough for your morning mat Pilates class or just to grab a quick coffee and cute enough to post a picture wherever you want. You know, you don't even have to be working out. You could just wear the set, look cute, post a picture, or you could work out in it. They're my favorite sets to work out in. I absolutely love them. Abercrombie drops new arrivals every week straight from your For You page to your closet. I'm wearing a Abercrombie dress right now that I love. It is perfect for this hot day in New York City. Just throw it on, but it looks cute. You can pair it with a cute little sandal and you feel so good in it. So make sure you're shopping Abercrombie, all their latest drops, their new arrivals, and you can shop on the app, online, or in store. All right, let's get into the pop corner where we're taking your voicemails, your hot takes, your opinions. Let's get into it. Noah, play the first voicemail.
Hello, Rhea, Fran, and Noah, and of course Olive. My hot take is that, like, in The Summer I Turned Pretty, the fact that they call her Belly, I don't think it's, like, cute and endearing. I think it's like, almost creepy. It's like if one of the boys, say one of the boys' name was Josh, and they were like, Joshy, and they just kept calling him Joshy. That's how I feel about Belly. It's the same as Joshy, and I don't like it, guys. It just takes me out of the storyline, and I'm having a real hard time with it. Anyways, hope you guys are having a lovely summer, and keep on listening. Okay, that was a weird ending. I'm going to go now. Bye.
I would argue that it's not like Joshy because belly is already a name for your stomach. So I think that's why it's weird. It's like if somebody's name was Tom and they called him Tummy. You know, like that's more like, okay, belly, like you got a belly ache, you know, like
is her full name
Isabel.
Isabel?
Isabel, which is a beautiful name.
Yeah.
So
So obviously,
it's-
you know, yeah, it's
why are we
You
making
can call her Bella.
why are we or Belle?
Belle.
Belle would be beautiful.
Izzy.
But why is he great? Why are we calling Isabel Belly? You know, I guess it's a quirky thing. But
Belly's she's right in the fact that like I think Belly is cute maybe to a certain age.
right
and then
when
it's
you're
not.
little, oh my
Yeah.
little belly, and then
Yeah.
you're an adult and you're now Belly. I saw a TikTok that made me die laughing. That was like, honestly, if Belly was a girl in my real life that I knew, I would talk shit about her constantly behind her back. And she was like, and I don't care if people think I'm mean for that, or if you'll judge me for that, or say like I'm a bad person. Like, no, she's going back and forth between two brothers. And I'm like, you know what? Hard agree. That's kind of what I was saying on Monday. Like, Belly is the villain of this story. Yeah. If you knew a Belly in real life, you'd be like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
You know, we'd all be talking about it. We'd be like, she's banging both brothers.
Also, I mean, it's like your cousin. You call her Franny.
Yeah, but that's cute because it's not a name for...
Yeah.
So you think it's only weird because it's a body part?
And the ending a name with E doesn't make it like, I don't know, weird to me. I think it's weird because belly is your belly.
Yeah, yeah. That is what she's saying.
No, I know. I'm trying to think of any other body part that would work for it. I don't think there is one.
No.
Yeah.
No, it's fair. You just don't automatically think it's a name. Like when you hear belly, you're not thinking name. You're not, it's not an immediate connection.
And I'm thinking like Joshy, would be weird because it's like, it sounds, like, oh, Joshy. But I think there are names that end in an E that like Mikey. But I think there are plenty of guys named Mikey that are,
right,
older. Yeah. Joey.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm spacing on like any other girls' names to do it.
With an E?
Yeah.
Riri.
No, but I'm like thinking of names that end in, I guess Annie, or like end in.
Yeah, that's like a name though.
Maddie.
Yeah, it's like normal. Yeah,
Maddie. Yeah, but it's it's just, I mean, Izzy.
Yeah.
Instead of Belly.
Right.
Yeah.
Belly just feels a little immature. I think that's just probably.
And you know what? Belly is immature.
Yeah.
The character, so it fits.
Yeah.
Hi, Rhea, Fran, and Noah. This is Mallory from Cleveland, and I was wondering if you guys had a song of the summer for this summer yet. I was originally hesitant, but I think that my answer would be Man-Child by Sabrina Carpenter. I didn't love it at first, but now I turn it on all the time, so curious to hear what your guys' thoughts are. Bye.
I don't have a song of the summer this year. I don't. But I will never forget where I was when I'm the One came out with all of those people. I think it was 2018. And we were in the old office. And Feidelberg loved this song so fucking much. He would play it out loud at his desk. 2017, yeah. And it was like such a song that like he was like, this is... I texted him about it recently, being like, remember when you loved I'm the One so much? Because I was talking about the song of the summer with other people.
Yeah.
And he was like, I loved it so much, I thought it was going to become the new national anthem. Like, he was like, I thought this song was so good that it was going to change
I haven't heard
lives.
that song in so long.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of like...
That was a song on summer. Then Espresso last summer was big. I think Despacito was hot one summer. It might have been the same summer as I'm the One. A lot of like Call Me Maybe was big when that came out.
Yeah.
That was a song of the summer at some point.
Closer
was a song of the summer.
Yeah.
This year, for me personally, I haven't seen a song of the summer.
Right. I guess like objectively, Man-Child, I'm sure is certainly up there. I do feel the same way about that song where I've listened to it more and have liked it more. Maybe Daisies, Justin Bieber, I feel like could be up there for a lot of people. But I haven't personally have one that's like, I can't stop playing.
Yeah, I haven't had one that I've been
songs
on repeat. Like last year for me, a lot of people was Espresso. I loved Please, Please, Please. That was on repeat for me.
Yeah. I
don't have a song this summer that's been on repeat. I've been listening to a lot of old music.
Yeah.
I'm not talking like older. I'm talking like, 5-10 years ago.
I would say a lot of maybe Miley's new album too. I've listened to a lot as well.
Yeah, that's a good one too. But I don't think any are.
But it's
song of the summer where everywhere you go.
Yeah. It's
like not like us last year.
Yeah, not like us. I think maybe,
unavoidable. Like you just get slapped in the face with it everywhere.
Yeah.
Too Sweet by Hozier. I don't know when that came up, but that was like the number one like for so long. That might have been after
last
summer.
year.
Was that last year? I don't.
It was maybe last. I mean, that I feel like everyone listened to it last summer. Maybe 2 summers ago.
2024.
Last year.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, March 2024. Yeah, so that's probably like up there.
Yeah, right before.
Yeah, it's not a great summer so far for music, in my opinion. There's been good albums and songs throughout the year, but I think right now,
right,
nothing
Still got like a couple months.
Yeah, but now the
Yeah,
song
But
of
that's
the
true. It's like
summer,
there's something.
it'll be song of the fall.
Yeah, and you also
Yeah.
I always think of Song of the Summer as like a single, like a big single that just goes crazy viral.
Yeah, Somebody That I Used to Know by Gautier.
That was a big
That
one.
was big.
Yeah.
Or We Are Young.
Yeah,
That was a good one.
yeah.
Yeah.
Tonight.
Drake definitely had a bunch.
What
too.
about? Oh yeah, Drake. I mean,
Like-
Work and One Dance.
Yeah.
Those were big. That when those came
Hold
out.
on, I'm coming. Like,
Yeah.
I forget when
Oh
that
my
was, but-
God.
Levels
Um,
was a big one my senior year of high school.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, moving on. It's making me sad that I don't
That
have a
didn't
song
come-
of the
that
summer.
didn't come out in the
Fran
summer.
and Noah. This is probably an unpopular opinion, but I just got done watching the latest episode of Love Island Beyond the Villa, and I low-key am shipping Kaylor and Aaron again. Like, I don't know. I hate how they left us on that cliffhanger of him potentially asking her on a date, and who knows if that's actually what's happening, but I did not hate seeing the two of them back on my screen. Wondering what you guys think. And shout out to Noah accomplishing another item on your list. You and your grandparents at the casino was just super cute.
Very
Love
cute.
you guys. Bye.
Thank you.
It was the editing I watched. They did some good editing work on that scene between Kaylor and Aaron. Aaron has done a lot of work on himself, I think. Aaron's the most mature one out of the group in this show, which I hate to say, and people may disagree with that. But he seems like he maybe wants nothing. They probably offered him a good penny to do this show because
for sure.
he seems like he wants nothing to do with the social media game and the influencing. And he even was like making fun of Kaylor for hanging out with TikTokers. And
I saw that scene like of him and Connor kind of talking about how like Kendall and them like are just obsessed with
yes,
TikToks and stuff.
Aaron does not seem to be on that wave. I think whatever he went through last year affected him deeply, and he must have done a lot of reflection. And you know what? We love change and we love growth. You know, you can't keep beating up on a man. He fucked up last summer. He made poor decisions on that show, but it seems like he is really trying to do a turnaround. Like, I actually at some points feel a little bad for him
I
because I'm
definitely felt
like,
bad for him.
damn, like I think it really fucked him up.
Yeah.
And he's done a lot of reflecting about his life.
He's got a good like sad boy face too. You know, like sometimes
Yeah.
where you're like, oh. But I will say that I also do agree with the fact that they are probably one of the more interesting storylines on the show. It's like they definitely needed him to be on it for sure. But at the same time, it's hard to really buy into any of it because
Because you know she has a different boyfriend
we know,
right now.
Mm-hmm.
she's got a new boyfriend. I think a lot of this was probably played up. I think that production probably was like, you guys need to have these conversations on camera
Yeah.
and all these things when really they're probably just both trying to
I mean, they
move
could
past it.
they could have. Who knows? Maybe they do get together for like a few
I
weeks
would
here.
almost argue that, and I don't know about Aaron. We're seeing more of Kaylor in this show. I would almost argue Kaylor's maybe not. I know she has a boyfriend right now, but there's a lot of immature tendencies that come out with Kaylor that I'm like, I don't know. I think it would just be.
She's also like what 22.
She's
Yeah,
young.
I think
She's
that
really young.
it would. I don't think Aaron and Kaylor would work out. I think
No,
it would
no,
be
no.
very toxic again.
Yeah.
And they probably shouldn't revisit that. But I'm happy to see that Aaron seems to be, making it like he's made a change, and also hope that he figures out what he wants to do with his life, because I don't think he wants to be involved in this from what
Right.
I'm watching.
Right. It doesn't seem like he wants to be on reality TV, and yet
He is on reality TV. So I'm
but
like,
it's like
eh.
obviously it's paying him and all
Yeah,
those
they
things.
must have paid him.
It's he's
Yeah.
getting the money to then I guess try and explore to see what
Yeah.
he wants to do.
Hi, Rhea, Fran, and Noah. My name is Madison. I'm calling from Montreal in Canada. Please come see us soon. My
That's where
question
Katy
for
Perry
you
and Justin
is,
Trudeau were at
in
today.
each decade, there's like one or two TV shows that seem to be kind of defining for the decade. So maybe in the 90s, it's like Friends and Seinfeld. In the 2000s, I guess it could be like The OC or maybe One Tree Hill. But what do you think these shows would be for the 2010s and the 2020s? Like, I could think maybe Breaking Bad and Game of Thrones for the 2010s. I know we're only halfway through the 2020s, but I would love your thoughts on, like, what contenders do we have so far to be those kind of defining TV shows? Love you both so much. Listen every single week. Have a great day. Bye.
Game of Thrones has got to be up there, right?
Yeah. The first one that I thought of was Game of Thrones when you proposed the question.
Yeah.
People love, if you're going to go like more of the sitcom, people love Schitt's Creek. I personally don't, but people do love Schitt's Creek, and I think that's a show people will look back on and think of the 2020s about.
Right.
Or maybe
2010s.
the end of the 2010s into the,
Yeah.
I think they ended right in 2020 or 2021.
Euphoria or no? Is that just too like little?
I think
people will look on Euphoria and be like, that was a time.
No, you got to think of like the shows that are just so
Stranger Things.
universal.
Stranger
Stranger
Things
Things
is
is a big one.
Really great one.
Yeah, Stranger Things is a big one.
That's
for sure.
Huge.
For sure.
That one also just stretches out over so much time that it's hard to like.
I think
one.
I think White Lotus will be one that everyone will think of for this, these past few years.
Yeah, I'm trying to think more
2020s.
sitcom aspect though, because if you're bringing up Friends and Seinfeld, and then
Modern
you're thinking
Family.
about
Modern
those
Family.
Modern Family would be a big one.
Yeah. I feel like there's not really that many, New Girl. I don't know. There's not that many sitcoms that have come out,
How I
at
Met
least
Your
in the
Mother.
last 2020 on.
2020 is no.
Like, have you watched Ted Lasso?
Yeah, that's probably like the new version.
Right,
of it.
that's the new version of it.
Yeah.
Anything that's in like that 30-minute.
Curb Your Enthusiasm's been like over 30
Yeah,
years.
That's been where it's like those like 30-minute episodes, where it's something short and digestible like that. Yeah, I'm sure Ted Lasso would probably be on there.
Yeah. There are just so many like shows now that are basically just mini series where it's like
It does
it is.
You think of all the great shows, but you almost forget
like
so
Mayor
many.
of Easttown or
Yeah,
whatever. That was like those
that
type
was-
of shows like I forget even
Yeah,
existed.
right, those
doing like
limited
was so
series.
good.
It was like in the moment it's like everyone's talking about it and then you just forget about it.
Little Fires Everywhere, like all those like
Right,
one-off
right.
series that were so, or not series, but
And that
seasons.
wouldn't exactly say like defines a decade.
No,
It's
No.
like
I
just
couldn't.
one
But I think
season at a time.
Game of Thrones would probably take
Game of
the
Thrones.
overall winning spot of that.
Yeah.
It just was
That would be the
I think
2010s.
so huge.
Yeah, I'm sure it really also goes off your own age demographic, right? Like I'd put Gossip Girl in there, but it's like
For the
obviously not
2010s.
everybody was
Yeah.
watching Gossip Girl. It's not as
I would
across
say
all
people
ages.
would say
Suits,
Pretty
honestly,
Little
a lot of
Liars.
people might say Suits.
Yeah.
See, but Suits like had a resurgence. Like I
It
never
did.
watched
But
Suits
wasn't
when it
still
was on
popular,
TV.
Like when it was on TV.
Yeah, it was, but not like that much. Not that
Yeah.
crazy.
I still haven't finished. I might have to jump back into it.
Still going.
Suits LA didn't make it.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I heard
Got
that was
canceled.
not good.
They cut that.
Yeah.
Womp womp.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
so many great shows, honestly,
I
when
know.
you really reflect
I'm
back
trying
on
to think
it.
of other like HBO Sopranos.
So that was
Sopranos, but that was
definitely
early. Yeah.
Early
Yeah, but
2000s,
that's
90s.
yeah. Right, 2010s.
A lot of it is HBO, I feel like.
A lot of it is, yeah. Definitely.
Yeah. They really know how to do it.
They do.
It's not TV. It's HBO.
What was when did Entourage start? Early 2000s?
Yes.
I think 2006, I want to say.
Mm-hmm. That was before the 2010s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's do one more.
Hey, Rhea, Fran, Noah, and Olive. This is Tori from Pittsburgh. My question is there anything from pop culture, whether it is a movie, a show, anything like that, of a tradition that they did in that movie or that show that you have taken into your real life? For example, in the movie A Walk to Remember, they do the two places at one time whenever they cross state lines. And that's something that me and my family now always do when we're traveling in a car. So that's my question. Thanks. Have a good day.
That's really cute.
It is a really good
Really
question.
cute. And I love what she said. Like that's such a cute example. Do you have anything?
No, I'm thinking, but I really don't know if there's anything
You know what people definitely say? I love you 3000.
so true.
Yeah. Yeah, they definitely do.
I would argue I would say probably people do Festivus
Yeah.
Yeah.
or Chrismica.
Christmas.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
But I'm thinking like, are they like, not exactly sayings that they implement in their life, but actual things.
Yeah.
Traditions,
Like
she's saying.
yeah,
actual
yeah.
traditions.
We all go to our cousin's house on the Cape.
Fool
Yeah.
around with both brothers.
Yeah.
It's tradition.
That's a tradition.
It's tradition.
Sleep with the two brothers, family friends, brothers.
Come on, it's tradition, Mom.
What's the name of the game that they play in New Girl?
Oh, True American.
Yeah,
And I've
yeah.
never watched the show. I just know that from trivia.
From trivia, True American. I feel like there's a lot of people that play True American.
Yeah, there's got to be drinking games that people take.
Drinking games, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Nothing really.
No, I can't think of like even a way. I'm trying to think of even something like a character does
What about an
with
Entourage?
food or something.
Did Vince come up with that where they walk into the casino and he's like, what was the thing where he's like, we'll have a good night if it goes on?
I mean, Vince didn't come up with that. That's like a thing people
In
do
my
all
mind-
the time, where it's
No,
like, let's
Vin-
put it
Vin-
all on red, let's put it all on black.
Nah, Vince came up with that.
No, no, I don't think so. Yeah, no, honestly, no. But maybe something will resonate in the future.
I know. I feel like this is a tough question because it's hard to answer on the spot. I feel like we need time to really sit with this one and think
But I
about
also
it.
feel
'cause
like
I'm
if
sure
we
there's
knew,
some things.
but I feel like if there was something that was that much of a tradition
Right,
to us, we would
right,
know.
right,
We'd be like,
right.
"Yep, I do
Or
this
I'm
now."
just thinking of
Is
even
there
something
anything
that
from
would like pop up in
Thanksgiving,
my
like
head.
from the Friends world, or no? I'm looking up
No.
stuff.
No, that would be like if people started playing football every year on Thanksgiving because Monica and Ross did.
Yeah.
You
Or
know,
like-
which I don't.
Or like something that you cook at a certain, like,
Right. Yeah. I feel like there's some times when I tie my shoes and I think of that scene in Big Daddy.
Yes.
You
I
know?
watched Big Daddy last night.
Oh, really?
Really?
Yeah.
That's
haven't
not
seen
quite
that in
a, not exactly
It's just more
a
like a
tradition I've
memory.
implemented in my
I mean,
life. It
every
just
time I get McDonald's
pops into my
breakfast, I
head.
think of Big Daddy.
Right.
yeah.
But
I almost feel like you could say, I mean, it would be way easier to say, like, their movies and TV shows become, watching them are what the tradition is. Like, I'll watch
yes.
When
Right.
Harry Met Sally,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
around
yeah,
New Year's.
yeah.
Like,
Around Christmas, watching the old Disney Channel episodes that had to do
Yeah.
with Christmas or
Yeah.
Halloween, watching Halloween movies. But
yeah.
yeah, not like implementing what they did in that to
Right,
this.
right.
But
Right.
You know, one year
I'm happy that, the caller picked up a
Yeah, she's got-
tradition.
that's such a cute one,
It's
too.
very cute.
One year on New Year's Eve, I saw this online and I did it where I started when Harry Met Sally at an exact time, so that when the ball dropped in the movie, it was when it turned midnight in real life.
Wow.
And I did it.
That's
and I
pretty
was
cool.
like, the whole time I was like, I can't pause this.
Yeah, like you if you go to the bathroom, no pausing.
And then I definitely
That's
was also like,
pretty
this is sad.
Well, I was gonna ask. That
was just
sounds pretty romantic.
It would definitely be probably if
Yeah.
there was a female.
If Cindy Sweeney was
yes.
in the room.
I didn't,
Cindy-
yes.
Cindy
Oh,
was
you
in
know
the
what? Cindy and I
bathroom.
should do that this year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be cute for you guys to do.
That's a tradition you and Sydney can implement.
Yeah, for sure. Well, that's nice that you did that on your own, Noah. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
That
It
is very nice.
Yes.
All right, that wraps up the pop quarter. It's officially Truly season and summer is here, which means it's finally the return of the Truly Pool Party Pack. We've been loving the Truly Pool Party Pack since the start of the summer. It's everyone's favorite summer drink because they have the best lineup with 4 refreshing limited edition flavors: the Peach Plunge, the Strawberry Kiwi Splash, the Blood Orange Bliss, and Red, White, and True. My 2 personal favorites are the Strawberry Kiwi Splash and the Blood Orange Bliss. I love those flavors. I think they're refreshing but also delicious. Also, I love drinking it straight out, cold out of the can, or I love pouring it on some ice. Tastes so good. It's perfect for the pool. It's perfect for the party. It's perfect for a pool party combination. Maybe you're on the beach. The Pool Party Pack is wonderful. Find Truly Hard Seltzer and the new limited time only Pool Party Pack at a store near you or located at trulyhardseltzer.com. All right, everyone, we are here with a very special guest. We are joined by Corey Mylchreest here to talk about his new Netflix movie, My Oxford Year, starring alongside Sophia Carson. We are super excited to see it, combining 2 things, England and romance. Can't get better than that.
It just can't.
Yes.
It just can't.
So thank you so much for joining us.
You're very kind. Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, we're very excited. I watched the movie, got a special screener. I was very excited
Wow.
about it.
Okay.
And I loved it.
Yeah.
And I, without giving I don't want to give anything away really, but without giving too much away, I do have a little bit of a bone to pick with you and the choices you make for Netflix movies, because why do I have to sob my eyes out at the end of every single one?
Yeah. Well, it's a mission statement that I've got clearly that
Yes.
I think I've become more aware during this press tour of the similarities of the two characters, and I think the niche is soft boy with a exterior.
That
is slowly revealed.
You've carved your market.
I really have. I really have. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that one, I will say, George, Queen Charlotte is a show that ripped me up for days. And there's really only so many shows. I don't know if you watched One Day.
I did.
And that was another one that put me into
it's really good.
Yes,
really
amazing,
good work
fantastic.
From them both as well.
But my God, it just kills you. But
yeah.
And Sophia Carson is amazing. She
is.
has also carved out this awesome role with Netflix.
Yeah, she's
really championing these movies.
She is literally the queen of
she is
of Netflix.
What was it like working with her on this movie?
No, it was great. It was great. I always say Sophia is a wonderful person, a wonderful actor, but also is technically my boss because she is the executive producer of the film as well. And so I have to say these things.
Yeah.
but also she could have made it really feel like that, and she really didn't. And to do that for 2 months is a big thing. And I'm only learning really on this press tour again, like how much she had to do, how involved she was. She was involved from months and months and months before we started, but also in the edit and stuff. So I really didn't know any of that. Probably that's my own ignorance, but it's very impressive what she's
absolutely.
doing. Yeah.
Now, with a movie like My Oxford Year that was originally a novel, and you burst into notoriety with Queen Charlotte, what's that pressure like? Joining on to another Netflix, now movie.
Yeah.
With everybody becoming obsessed with you, you gain all these Instagram followers. And now there's a lot more pressure.
Well, that's what it's really about, is the Instagram.
Yeah.
That's what
let's really focus on that.
That's what I'm here for. And I just count every single one. No, it's, I guess I had good training in Queen Charlotte because obviously it was part of the Bridgerton universe, world, whatever you want to call it. And I think it was like our second day of shooting or something when the second season came out. And up until that point, it had been like a one-season wonder, obviously. And so we weren't really sure what it was. And then the second season became the most watched thing. And we were like, oh, okay, so this is going to be a big thing. And that was very scary for a long time. And so I think I've got the fear of like expectation out of the way. And luckily as well with this, the book is beautiful, but it is quite different. So I didn't feel like we necessarily had to hit all the beats. Yeah.
Well, the reason I brought up the Instagram follower thing was because I saw that you went on another podcast a while back where you talked about the goatee when you did the King Lear being a mask for people recognizing you.
Yeah. That was you've done your research. That was the one positive of having that thing on my face. That was so bad. That was so bad.
Yeah.
You didn't like it?
No.
That's got to be uncomfortable.
It was uncomfortable for everyone in my life.
Yeah.
So look, it was just. It was. I can't really grow facial hair, and so it became this really ratty, long. It wasn't good, but it did mean that people didn't go, "Oh my God, that's Corey." They went.
Who is that?
They said he must be going through something.
Exactly. Yeah.
Do not approach.
He's going through something.
Netflix isn't reaching out right now.
And it's not good. Yeah, exactly. The unemployment really got to that guy. Yeah.
Do not approach. You mentioned Sophia was also, taking on the boss role. She was an EP on the movie. Did she have a hand in casting you in this movie?
So she says she did. No, and she did. I wasn't aware of that. I had auditioned maybe like 2 months before I met her, and then maybe even a month. But I was filming something else when we were doing the chemistry test, and when I arrived, I was very sweaty and very tired, and and I'd had a very stressful day at work, as everyone in this room, I'm sure, does sometimes. And so I really wasn't in the headspace to be like, okay, I got to be like charming and nice and also professional and meet the producer and the actor and, you know, whatever. And she was so wonderful. And so apparently she really had her professional eyes on me for the role, which I'm very surprisingly grateful for, because it meant that I could be in a film. And it is my first film as well, and so, you know, she's given that to me, and I have taken that, and had a lovely time.
Yeah, you mentioned, you know, showing up stressed from work for the audition. Can you take us through the audition process a little bit?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it was the first one was very bog standard. I just went to a casting room and did my attempt at these two scenes. Both of which are in the film. One is when we're like walking away from it's before our first date at a pub, and the other one is the first lecture thing. And that was difficult. But anyway, they somehow they liked that, and then I went back in and we did two other scenes, and I actually can't even remember what we did, but Ian Morris, the director, was there, and he made us do a sort of like improv thing where it was like not as us but not as the characters, and he said, Sophia's got a secret and you got to try and find out what the secret is. Go. And I was like, what? I don't know what that is. Okay, cool. And so I tried to find out the secret, and the secret I think ended up being that she had got like all straight A's in her exams. Not a great secret.
Not a big secret. Probably kind of
You really hated that I had to figure that out. No, but it was really useful because it got us like more comfortable, and it was like playing with the dynamic of them, but not, you know, whatever. And then we went into the scenes, and it was much easier.
And you talk about how this is your first film. Was that so much different than filming the series for you?
Yes, it was. Yeah, it's much shorter. I mean, again, I haven't had much experience in anything, but what was well, work
through it.
But yeah, exactly. I'll work through it. It's not as bad as the goatee. So everything after that is fine. The Queen Charlotte series was special because we had Tom Verica throughout the entirety of it. But I have since worked on other TV shows, and they have different directors, and which you guys obviously know. Maybe you guys don't. And that can be very difficult because you're under the guide of one imagination and one mission. Under one person, and it can change. And what was really lovely about this was that it really felt more contained. There were less people in general. It felt a little bit more like a unit, and also it's much more like a 400-meter race than a marathon. It's still not a sprint, but it's shorter. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
What was it like working with Ian? Because you said that, you know, you read the novel. I know it doesn't maybe have as much of the comedic touches that the movie has.
Yeah.
And obviously we know that from his past work.
Yeah.
So what was it like working with him?
It's amazing. I love him. He's a great guy. And also so, I mean, he co-created the In-Betweeners. I don't know if you guys have.
It's like I'm fairly like I know the name and I know it was something that was very funny but I don't think it fully.
It didn't cross. It didn't cross the pond. It was massive in the UK, especially when I was growing up, and so much of the like founding years of what my sense of humor was I was about to say infiltrated, but that's just definitely not the word. Influenced is the word, by Ian's mind, really. And so it was amazing to get to work with him, and he really is responsible for so much of the comedy in the film, and would also throw things out at you. And what was great was as in different lines to say, or whatever, different ideas. And what was really great was about 2 days in, there'd be a line that I was struggling to make funny, and he'd just say, okay, well put a comma there, change that word, and you'd be like, okay, dude, you do it, and it would make you laugh, and you go, oh my god, that's just you just know how to do it. And so when you've got that man watching you, you feel so safe, you know, because you're like, okay, you're gonna make me funnier than I am.
Right. What a surreal experience to grow up with somebody having such influence on you. To be involved in your first film like that is so incredible. Now, did you get your start in theater?
I mean, what did I get my start in? I mean, really, in my heart,
deep in your soul,
just
dig
really
real
in there.
deep in there.
I feel it feels like Queen Charlotte was my start. I guess I had done one day. Not the series, that was lovely.
Yes.
But one day, the amount of time on a show called The Sandman. Maybe it's just Sandman, but that's on Netflix. And I had really, really impressive 2 lines.
Sick.
So really, really cool stuff. Pretty seminal, I think, as well. You know, I think they changed the direction of the series after I came on. Obviously,
they thought about nominating it and everything.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I turned it down.
Of course.
They offered me more, but I
Yes.
just said no. I don't want to take any more of the spotlight. No, it was really not that good. And when I watch it, I'm like, oh god. Myself, not the series. Anyway, that was technically my first job, and I did technically do some work. I wouldn't call it a job because I didn't get paid, but I did some theatre during COVID in the middle of a forest, and none of us. We all had to be 2 meters apart. The audience, there was about 30 people a night. It wasn't.
It's more like a hobby.
Yeah. I mean, we were
Something
all
to just
professional
get out
actors,
there,
but they just didn't pay us.
Right. Exercise.
Exercise. Yeah. Mhm.
But you went to theater school.
I did go to theatre
Yes.
school. Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
I went to drama school. Sorry, that's what you.
Yes.
Sorry. I see
That's
you,
okay. I was
now.
following along.
Yep. We'll bring it back.
You were like,
we're just going.
nobody saw my face until I was on TV.
Yeah.
I want to ask about drama.
Drama school. Okay. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
it's a very unique place. It's very strange. Did you guys ever go
To
to
us
drama
Americans,
school?
it sounds very like the Royal Academy of
Oh,
Dramatic
yeah,
Arts.
yeah.
Like
I
sounds
guess so.
so posh.
Yeah.
And we're just like, no, we go to college and major.
But you guys have Yale has great drama and NYU
There's
as well.
amazing drama schools, but they're
Juilliard
not
as well.
called the Royal Academy
that's
of Dramatic
very true,
Arts.
of
We
course.
don't
And of
we don't
course,
put Royal in front of
We
them.
all have to talk like this there as well.
Yeah.
Of course.
It has rather specifically back home even has a reputation of being posh, but I think that's slightly outdated. But it's a very strange place. It's full of wonderful and weird people, and you do lots of wonderful and weird things. But I learned so much. It changed my life, and I have everything in my life basically now to thank for it. There are some really special teachers there that really teach you some good stuff just about being a person really as well. Invaluable.
What gave you the acting bug in the first
bug.
place? Like what led you to be at the Royal Academy of Dramatic Arts?
What led me to be there? Well, really and truly, I think that I'm not good at anything else. Not that I'm great at this, just that it's the thing. I really, really love football. Soccer.
Yes.
Yeah.
So fine.
So fun.
Yeah.
And I get the same amount of joy from that per minute doing it than I do as I do acting. It's just that I'm not good at it, and I think you got to do something that you're putting something of value into society at least. And I would be subtracting it if I was to play football.
That's how I feel about singing.
Oh, really?
Terrible singer.
Really?
Terrible. The worst.
Do you
but
want
I enjoy doing it.
to?
You don't. You would leave. You would leave the room.
I really, really wouldn't. Well, actually, people will see how bad I am at singing in the film. So I think you're in
good company
You're in
then.
good company.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was a real attempt, or did you
I love
fluff it up a little bit?
The assumption is that I can't be that bad at singing.
Yeah,
No,
I mean, it was pretty bad in the movie. I'm not gonna lie.
Let's be honest. It's really bad. It's not pretty bad. It's really bad. No, I can. Sorry.
Yeah.
You can sing.
I can sing.
Shit.
I can
Yeah.
sing. I'm not an
Okay.
amazing singer.
All right, humble brag.
But you
Yeah,
can carry,
exactly,
I get
yeah.
it. Well, you can carry a tune.
You could play soccer
I
and
can
you
carry
could
a
sing.
tune.
Yes.
I can hold a note.
Okay, there you
yes.
go.
Yeah.
One step ahead of us.
One step.
Yeah.
Well, that's not true. Oh, okay. So you're both in the same.
Oh, we cannot sing either.
Yeah.
of us.
But maybe you could. Maybe
We
it's like one
talk.
of those things with like One
Yeah.
Direction.
No,
They
we're
were-
good
no,
at
they
we're good
weren't
at
great,
talking.
but you could.
This is
you
why
could,
we do this. We're
you could. But someone could come
They
in
got
and just
better.
auto tune the whole thing, and maybe that could
That's
be a
what I was
different.
thinking. Like maybe I could just be the world's best lip singer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I can get on stage. I can perform.
That's so true.
I can dance.
You can dance.
I could
Okay.
dance. Just
Both.
Nope.
No.
I can't dance or sing. No.
Okay. What would you be doing
What
at
can
the time?
I do?
No.
we can get a choreographer to come in.
Yeah.
And can learn to dance from that. You know what I'm
Maybe
saying?
what-
Like there's something there.
What we could do is do a choreography to the awful singing in the film.
There you go.
Perfect music video.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, a little separate
Yes,
music
yeah, a
video.
little cute little extra present to everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, they would love that.
They would definitely love that.
Yeah, they would say,
I
"Who
need
the
it."
hell are
Yeah,
these
yeah.
two?
Yeah. Bring them in.
I do love
Yeah.
the song choice in the movie, though. I won't give it away, so everyone has to watch to
Oh,
hear
yeah.
to hear what it is. But a classic.
We actually filmed 2 songs.
Oh.
Oh, will you tell us the other one?
what
Or
was the
maybe,
other
Yeah, that's so true.
Or maybe
We could-
perform it.
Yeah, I'll do it if we all do it together.
Well,
Well,
depends
you
on
have
what
to-
the song is.
what is it?
No, it's "Careless Whisper" by George Michael.
Oh, George. that is
Lukewarm
funny.
reception.
No.
It's just so funny because it just brings me back, and this is so random, but my 3rd grade chorus teacher, I was not good, but I did chorus.
Okay.
Loved George Michael.
Chorus.
Chorus. Sorry. It's like all the students in the class,
had
they
chorus?
perform, a little show for all their parents and everybody.
Choir?
And
Oh, that's so
choir, chorus.
Yeah,
you just
choir,
practice
but-
songs. You go to class.
Okay,
and
but you dance as well?
No,
Oh,
just
okay,
singing.
just singing. Okay,
Just
so yeah,
singing.
okay, quite. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
Gotcha.
Yep.
You did a choir show of "Careless Whisper."
No,
No,
but other.
That's not what you said.
No, George Michael's
Her
just
teacher
in
loved
general,
George
like,
Michael.
like had posters all over the world,
Okay.
like all over the wall, like a really sick obsession actually, and was really bizarre.
Okay.
Yes.
So it was inspired.
So you
by
bring it back.
was
It's
That would've been a
inspired-
bit dramatic,
Yeah.
It would have been another very British choice.
Yes.
And obviously you are British. We haven't.
Oh my
I
God.
am.
Yes.
I am. Oh my
Obviously.
God. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
have you spent time at Oxford, or was filming this movie really the most time?
This was the most time that
Yeah.
I'd spent there for sure. But I had a friend who went to college there. So in Oxford there's Oxford University.
Yeah.
And there's also Oxford Brookes. And I have many people in my life that are from Oxford Brookes that have gone to Oxford Brookes. So this isn't whatever. But
Yeah, not as-
it's
it's
not.
not-
Yeah. And so often you'll get people that go, "Oh yeah, where do you go to study?" I think Oxford. You go, "Oh no, Oxford Brookes." And you go, "Ah."
Yes.
Anyway, so he was at Oxford Brookes, and so I hadn't really gone to any of the actual university buildings, but I'd been in and around for a little bit. Yeah, for sure. It's so beautiful. Have you guys been?
No, I've never been there at all.
No, I've been to England, but I've never been to the
When it was
university.
really sunny,
Yes.
early July.
When it
Sun was
very
beaming. It was
hot.
very hot.
It's very hot.
But I do love it there. It's actually my favorite place.
It's your favorite place.
Yeah, London is.
I don't
really,
believe
How
that
many-
for a
really is.
second.
She's gone
Been
like
4
times
in the
last
past 2 years. Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, I really do love
Retracted.
it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no,
You
I
said prove it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
I'm
she
not
said-
lying
yeah,
to
she
you.
said,
And
okay,
trust
here
me,
you
our
go.
listeners,
Here-
they know.
here
You know,
are the
they would
receipts.
call me out for lying. I'm
Okay,
not
fair
lying.
enough,
Yes,
fair
I
enough,
really do
okay.
love it there.
Why?
I feel like the cooler version of myself here, if that makes sense.
Okay.
You know,
You
like,
can escape. Yes, I
I feel like
know
it's an
what you mean.
escape.
Yeah,
where
yeah.
I feel like I said, the cooler version of myself.
Yes, yeah, I completely understand. I often feel if we're doing a take on something and I think that something went well, this is definitely not a good way to work, but if something went well, I then can't do it again in the next take, because even though the audience would never know that I'd just done the same thing, the people around me do know. And I feel like I am now, I can't do the thing that the other people know that I do.
Yeah.
This is such a weird point, but it's kind of similar in a way if you think about it to
Yeah.
what you just said, because you're sort
Yeah.
of tethered to what other people
yes.
think of you, and you're
Yeah.
free if you're...
Yes, that's how I feel.
There
Like,
we
I'm
go.
like, you know what? No,
Oh, got that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that-
one
I
in
see the
London.
connection.
I don't know anybody here.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and they don't know you.
Yep.
Exactly.
And so they don't know how uncool in your
Exactly.
mind
They don't
you
know.
might be.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
It's the same as podcasting. You know, sometimes we say something and then if we have to redo it again, we're like, just doesn't hit quite the
It
same.
doesn't, yeah, because it wasn't
But
just, it
first
wasn't the, you
Yeah.
know, the.
But no one
even know.
Divine
listening knows there
inspiration.
was a first time.
They don't.
So they have nothing to
But,
compare
yeah.
it to.
Exactly.
Can you do an American accent?
Oh no.
I'm not putting you on the spot. I'm curious
no.
because
Okay, then
I'm
do
thinking
you know what?
maybe
I'm
if
going to
you
say
have a
yes,
dream
I
role.
can. Yeah, if you're not putting me on the spot,
Yeah, I won't
then
test
If you're not going to make
honestly,
me do it, I can
it's-
totally
it's
do
the
it.
best American accent that anyone's ever heard
Yes,
in
you
their
can
life.
lie. It's kind of like how you thought I was lying about London being my favorite spot.
Yes, but in this case, no. Well, actually, no, not in this case. We're both not lying.
Both not
There you
lying,
go.
Yeah,
for
yeah.
sure. Do you have a dream role?
I read something about
What
Sirius
did you
Black.
Oh my god, yeah. I would. Yeah, I am a well.
Yeah, I know. As are we.
Hey, buddy.
Yes.
We have home right next
You
to you.
got any connections?
Yeah. Dobby, call him up.
Dovey, yeah. He could probably just, and then
Yep.
he's off there talking to the right people. I love Lord of the Rings. I love Star Wars, and I love Harry Potter, all to like quite a weird extent.
It's totally fine. That's how I am with Harry Potter.
There you
My
go.
mom sent me a picture recently of of our local bookstore, and she said, "I'm getting a flashback of waiting online." And I said, "Yes, that was for the release of the 6th book. I cried because you didn't want to take me to the midnight release, and then you did take me. So that's
Oh my god!
that's the
you
memory
did go.
you have coming
you did
back
go.
right now."
Wow, that's so. I remember being in Switzerland with my mum. She'd just got the 6th book, and I was on the 5th, and I'd finished it, but I wasn't allowed to read the 6th one because we only had one copy, and she wasn't done yet.
Brutal. You bring
yeah.
up Lord of the Rings and Star Wars. We actually just talked about this on our show. I've never seen them, and we're talking about watching for the first time
On
the
Yes,
show.
and
Like we're gonna
reacting, yes.
recap. Which would you suggest, Star
I
Wars
love
or
this
Lord of the
reaction.
Rings?
For
a first.
If for a first,
Yeah, she's seen neither, so
Yes.
for a first, Lord of the Rings.
Really?
Rings, yeah.
Now why? What?
I feel like Star Wars is a more mammoth task to
It's a lot. I said maybe in the winter. Like I feel like we need to wait until January,
Yeah.
where it's just
Where
like
it's
the cold,
dark.
And
dark
the-
months.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
I'm coming home from work, and I'm just like, well,
I
time
got
to
it.
throw another one on.
I got 5 hours until the sun's back.
Yep.
That's not how days work, actually,
yeah,
is it?
Yeah,
a little
To be
longer
a-
than
to
that.
be
but
quite a lot
okay.
more
It's
time than-
dark
yeah.
earlier,
Yeah.
so
There we go.
it's
yes.
dark here at 4:30 p.m. So.
No, I would say also with Star Wars, you don't know where to start. You know, you could start at 4.
Well, what's
or you
your
could start at 1.
suggestion?
Well, I just don't know. I heard someone talk the other day about starting with the Clone Wars, the series.
Oh.
So you become acquainted with this guy, and
Yeah.
then you watch 4,
Yeah.
5, 6, and then you go 1, 2, 3.
3.
I would be so curious to watch it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah.
yeah.
We can't right now. First time you got to start with movies. We can't jump into the
No.
There's too many TV
You
shows now
can't.
too.
Right.
Like
Can't.
then you're gonna
Yeah.
throw in.
Yeah.
You know, there's so many
There's
great
like
shows
a
on right
lot
now.
to tackle. The winter's
There
not
is.
long
Yeah.
enough.
No,
And, like,
yeah,
you're gonna be like,
you
oh
need-
yeah,
you
like
need-
by the way, start watching Andor. Like
Yeah.
then it's really we're all
Exactly.
over
You
the
need a
place.
Game of Thrones level winter
Yeah.
that is
Right.
like 7
Which
years long,
is the best. But
and
exactly.
then you could have enough time.
I think
have,
we go 4, 5, 6.
yeah.
4,
1,
5,
2,
6.
3,
Yeah, I mean, I
yeah.
think that's
Yeah.
Our
that's-
friend here, Robbie Fox, who works here, is a Star Wars purist, and we asked him, and he was like, "Do it in release order." He
Yeah.
was like, because
Okay.
then you're not good. You already know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
did you know? Because our producer just found this out. Did you know that it is not Luke? I am your father.
I know it's not.
Exactly.
It's not Luke. I mean, that's what it's.
Blew my mind.
It's what's that?
No.
Thing? What's that? It's
I am your
the
father.
Mandela effect.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
Mandela. Yeah.
Mandela effect. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So at least I knew that. Didn't know anything else.
Yeah.
But at least I know that.
She had that fact.
Remind me
ready
what
to go.
what it is again.
It's no. I am your
no,
father.
I am your father. That's it. Yeah.
Yes.
No.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
So strange.
I know
so
it
strange.
is.
But we might have to go with Lord of the Rings now.
Yeah,
Just an
I
easier.
think so. I think so.
It's also got one of the most beautiful beginnings to it. You know, with Kate Blanchett's narration, and I'm saying you don't.
You know, she doesn't
That's
know.
literally the whole
yeah,
point.
that's,
Yeah.
you know, I've seen.
You've seen bits. You've seen
my
bits.
precious, you know,
Like,
that
no,
whole
that's
thing.
it.
Is he from the Bronx?
Hey, my
precious.
From Long Island, my precious.
I love that. I love that so much.
Oh man,
No, yeah.
Okay, so
Lord
we'll
of the
take that
Rings, Lord of the
recommendation
Rings.
too. I think, and it's obviously less to do too. The only thing we love as much as you guys, a nice, delicious cocktail. And no one serves up real delicious drinks like Rum Haven. Rum Haven is made with real coconut water and no artificial flavors or preservatives for a clean and refreshing taste. You can't beat the taste of real coconut water. It's delicious, clean, and refreshing. You can enjoy Rum Haven straight over ice with a splash of club soda or in your favorite juice. I love a nice rum punch in the summertime. Delicious, get your juice going. That nice coconut water taste from the Rum Haven with maybe a pineapple juice, cranberry juice, orange juice. Mix it all together. A delicious rum punch served over ice. It is delicious. You can head to rumhaven.com/chicksintheoffice to learn more. The Harry Potter, are you excited for a Harry Potter series? Obviously, you did mention wanting, if that came across your desk, playing Sirius Black.
Then I mean, actually, for a while, me and my friend Linton, we wanted to write a prequel set during the First Wizarding War. This is the most dorky I've ever sounded. Where we would play.
You want to go way
play
back.
respective members. Well, I think it's 11 years? 11 years prior to the first film. So it would be 19.
So it's like, but there's been rumors
79.
about maybe like a Voldemort prequel.
There we go. Yeah,
something like that. You know,
Tom.
Yeah, like a Tom Riddle origin story.
Yeah, there we go. But that's been so.
That could be.
There have
good
been
for
some
you
really
too.
good actors who I've literally just been watching them back. And in the sixth one, there's a really, I can't actually remember his name, but there's an amazing. He's very young at the time. He's a good actor as well now.
Yeah.
Who plays the young Tom Riddle? And I was like, wow, this guy's really good. He can't be like more than 14, and he's pretty good.
Well, what's good is you have time too, because they're going to be going season by season. So by the time
They
Sirius
really are.
Black pops in,
Yeah. Then hopefully
start working
I'm
on
the
it
right
now.
age. Exactly, yeah, because I would worry that I'm too young. But then if you're
Right.
going by the books, then I'd be around the right
would
age.
be-
Yeah.
it
We're
would
gonna need
be-
your agents to get on this.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
like you said, you had that goatee. You're going to have to start working on the beard early.
Or
It take years.
It will take years. No, it's just it has a ceiling. You know, it's
Yeah.
like it gets to a certain point and it just
Right.
goes.
Yeah. Well, you got to and he's got the hair and the beard.
Yeah,
and the whole thing.
hair I can.
Yeah.
That can happen.
Yeah.
Start taking some like growth hormones.
Yeah.
or something,
Yeah.
You know,
Start taking steroids.
You know, steroid that
And
while
I'll
you're
just
at it.
any normal person would do.
Harry.
Obviously, you got to get that. Whatever it
that's-
takes.
Yeah.
Obviously, the clear answer here.
I think so. Yeah.
Yes.
There's no grey area.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
we're all on the same
Yeah.
page.
Is there
Anything.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's such a cool one. And you see, they signed so many amazing
Yeah, they got some good
actors
actors.
and actresses to play these roles, and you see these younger folks and the younger kids. It's very exciting. In the same article, I think you mentioned also maybe a superhero role, perhaps, maybe.
Did it begin with B, or did it begin with Sir?
Yeah, there was a S
There was a Sir
and a G.
and a G.
Yeah.
A Gambit. Yeah. Also, it's so strange that I've never done. I think kids now do like A, B, K, D. Anyway, that's how
don't
my
know
sister
what that
learns.
is.
The alphabet.
Is this- I was gonna say,
Rather
is this
than
you
say-
singing?
No, it's much worse than
Yes.
that. No. Anyway, Gambit is something that I really don't know that much about, but I keep getting told like fan cast.
Yeah,
as
yeah,
Gambit.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I
you're in
think
the
he's the guy
TikToks.
with the cards.
Yeah. Yep.
That's
Yep.
what that is.
So was comic
Thank
books
you.
also in the mix for you?
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Spider-Man was like the. Yeah, I used to get so many Spider-Man comics.
Yeah.
And it's just brilliant. I'm
Your
just never.
fellow Brit, you
I'm
know?
just exactly. Yeah.
Tom Holland is great.
You and Tom
Tom
Holland should just
Holland,
have a
yeah.
duel.
We should
and
have a.
whoever wins
Yeah.
can become the next Spider-Man.
Well,
Bridgerton style.
I think he might be faster, stronger, more athletic, more acrobatic, and also he's got about 10 years of experience of playing the character. So do you know what? I'll let him do it, but only because I'm letting him.
And he does do the American accent.
He does have the
he
American
does,
accent.
Spider-Man.
Well, as soon as you start taking those steroids,
Yeah, right.
Exactly.
you just never know what can happen.
It would be a really strange Spider-Man because he's meant to be like quite, thin and weedy.
Yeah.
But then
Brand new take. There's a ton of Spider-Man.
Exactly. There's
a lot of different versions of Peter Parker out there.
There is.
You know?
Is there a
And there's a
dream role of
steroid
yours
Peter
that
Parker.
is not already a name attached to it? Like just sort of a character that you would be wanting to
Or
play.
maybe more comedy after working
whether
with-
it's comedy
with
or
you.
maybe something a little bit darker.
Yeah, I would love to. I'd love to do loads of stuff. I grew up watching lots of action, and I do really love a good action movie that makes you feel. Did you guys watch The Grey Man?
No, but I do know what you're talking about.
There's just something. Yeah, it was. I think Ryan Gosling is just amazing. But when you can like carry a story in your eyes and it's just really entertaining. It's like a blockbuster. A lot of Christopher Nolan films are like that.
Yeah.
When they're so moving and the story is amazing, but technically it is still like a heist film or an action film or whatever. Like something like that would be really amazing. But I would also really love to get into doing more comedy, which I never thought I would say. It's been a good
This
time
could be a
to try and learn.
stereotypical question, but is comedy like a little bit more looked down upon when like in theater school? Like are
that's
they
so
like
true.
someone comes in, they're like, I really want to do comedy. Is everyone like
go
Yeah.
home, mate?
You're like, that's not Shakespeare.
Do you know what? I actually think that in the industry it's maybe the reverse. I think that you see more often actors who can do comedy really well transfer and do something really dramatic or tragic or whatever it is, and you don't see a lot of the other way around. I do think that comedy requires slightly more intelligence.
Yeah.
And I'm saying that as someone who has not done comedy, so I'm not saying like I think it might be harder.
Is there an actor or actress who has sort of been like your inspiration?
I mean, there's so many of them. Heath Ledger for a while was really special. Because also Jake Gyllenhaal. I'm thinking of Brokeback Mountain.
Yeah.
So
Iconic roles,
so
right.
free. They can be. They make some really amazing character choices, but everything seems really subtle and nuanced.
And with Heath Ledger, going from 10 Things I Hate About You into the Joker.
He
Such a wide range.
Yeah, and he set the path for rom-com to whatever you want to call the Dark Knight, which is basically one of the best films ever made. If you're asking me, what an amazing talent, and so sad that we didn't get to see the rest of his career. But also he was like 28.
He was really
which meant that he was like 26 when he did the Joker,
crazy.
which is insane.
Insane.
Because we were young, so it made like we were the age we were like, oh, he's so old,
Right.
but he really he
I'm
was
older.
not.
Yeah.
I'm older than he was when he did that.
I know.
What?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So that is actually really not nice to think about.
Yeah, but it is a really great answer.
It is. It's a great answer. Yeah. Thank you for.
It is a really
existential.
a great answer, though. To
Thank you.
remember Heath Ledger, because I feel like when somebody passes like that, of course we remember his roles, but just to be reminded every once in a while, like he really was that good.
He really was that good and that young, and what would he have done if that was what he was doing at 26?
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's so true.
Yeah.
The acting world you jumped into the acting world, but also modeling, fashion. We see you at all these, fashion shows, doing all these things. Did you ever expect it would take you down that path?
No. I will say that I don't think that that's modeling. I have been lucky enough to. Sorry, I'm just destroying your.
No, I said
your
it's all right.
studio
It's all right.
one little nudge at a time.
Yeah.
I have been lucky enough to be invited by these fashion houses to these events. It's not a world that I am particularly familiar with or think that I know anything about really. But I'm very lucky to go to them and to meet everyone and do those things. But I definitely wouldn't say that I'm modeling, because you look at the models as they walk past you and you go, oh, that's a model.
Yeah,
that's a model. That's a model. And you don't really want to look in a mirror for a good 48
there's
hours
all these
afterwards.
other campaigns and all these things.
Yeah, that's
too.
very
Like,
true. That's very true. Yeah,
that is
do
modeling.
you take interest in it? Like when you get invited, of course, it's cool to be invited. But do you think about what you're going to wear, like today, your outfit? Is there a lot of thought going into it, or is it kind of like what's recommended to you?
I think more and more it's what I would like, but I still do have a wonderful. This is all Holly White, my wonderful stylist's not design, but by her design, I am wearing this. But I do have more and more opinions about it. But I think as an actor, you're always slightly have your finger on the pulse. Is that the right thing? About how clothes can affect you, because there's a lot of work at drama school to bring it all the way back. There's like garment work, they call it, which is just putting different things on, trying different things. There's loads of actors that I think Robert De Niro says that when he finds the shoes, he's got the character. And there's a famous thing about Anthony Hopkins. He was in this play and he walked by a charity shop and he saw a jacket and it was too small for him and it made him do that, and he found the character like that. So I do know like the power. I think there's a lot of power in clothing and what it can make you feel, and
that makes so much sense for a character. Just because in our day-to-day life, you put something on, how it makes you feel as your person.
Exactly.
Am I comfortable in this? Do I feel good in it?
Yeah.
Whatever you feel. So it would make sense as an actor to put something on and go, this feels like this character, which is actually very cool, and haven't really thought much about that.
It's a good thing to keep in mind in the back of your head for sure.
What was the most surprising thing you've found out after now going to these beautiful fashion shows and everything? Like, did you have a vision of what they would be like versus what it is?
I'll tell
in
you what
reality?
the most surprising thing is, that they last about 5 seconds.
Right.
You do these fittings wherever you're based, and then you fly out, and then you're probably there for a night, and then it's the next day that's the show, and then there's all of these cars picking everyone up, and all these fans outside and taking loads of pictures, and or you go in and you take loads of pictures, you meet the whole team or whatever, and then you sit down, you're waiting for about an hour or whatever. All of the last people, the really famous people, then come in, and they come in last and whatever, and then you all sit down and it's done, and you're like, whoa, sorry, that the whole thing was like
whole production for wow.
It's so strange. And then there's this mad rush to try and meet the head of a fashion house and whatever, and congratulate them, rightly so, but it can be quite hectic. They're great for people watching.
I'm sure.
Yeah. Really, really good.
Yeah.
Really good.
Yeah. Meet some interesting people.
That's so true.
Yeah, you really
Great
do.
outfits.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm sure funky looks, the whole thing.
The whole shebang.
Yeah.
Personalities
That's
on top of that.
Yeah, that's the real. That's the real.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Now to wrap up with My Oxford Year coming out August 1st, what are you most excited for people to see from this film?
What am I most excited to see? No, that's not the question. What am I most excited for you to see? I guess I am excited for people to see the relationship between Anna and Jamie. I think it speaks to a truth about young people. There's a bit of friction as it begins, but there's a shared common interest and passion, and actually they're very different people, not just because one is very American and the other is very British, but they are just themselves. They're very different people, and actually seeing the two of them, sometimes opposites attract, and the mark that each other leaves on the other, and the lessons that they take away from their time spent together, is something that I am excited for people to see, but also I'm excited for people to see the evolution of the relationship up until that point. And hopefully people follow along for the ride. Yeah.
Right. Well, if there's anything we love and that our listeners love, it is a romance movie that is going to make us feel a lot of emotions.
And so it does.
We are very, very excited for everyone to see it. And thank you so much for joining us.
No, thank you guys. It's been so lovely. It's been so fun.
Thank you. We hope it was a good last stop.
It was a last stop, and what a last stop it was. Honestly, it was brilliant. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, that wraps up today's episode of Chicks in the Office. Thank you so much for watching and listening. The best show on earth. We love you guys so very much. We'll talk to you on Friday.
Yeah, Chicks in the Office. Long-time listener. First-time caller.
Look at the charts, who does it the best? 2 chicks getting paid in reality checks. You can find them at the gym, it's not even